All right, so I gotta talk about this dude now, Ian Garry, Ian Machado Garry. So this man has been on the news lately for having some extremely questionable opinions on things. Um, One of them is the fact that Ian Garry himself has said that the world would be a better place if women ran it. In his own words.
Should look at his wife and know that that's the person I need to listen to. Like, if the world was run by women, we'd all live in a better world. Like, it would all be simpler and easier. That's the fact of the matter, whether you want to agree with it or not, or you think whatever it is, if women ruled the world and we just listen to them and let them take over, it would be an easier world.
Here. Can I just jump in?
Okay. All right. So, of course, it's no secret that Ian Garry, his wife controls the whole relationship. She clearly wears the pants in the relationship. So it's no surprise that, Ian Garry has these type of worldviews when it comes to, women. Of course, because, his, what was her name? Layla. Obviously, since she wears the pants, of course, it's like, Ian Garry's gonna have all these, beliefs about, how, women should run the world and all that. It's not a secret, honestly. And considering that, his wife is like in her 40s and he's like in his 20s, yeah, of course Ian's gonna is gonna have to, bend the knee and like do whatever his freaking his wag wife says. I mean, let's not forget the fact that, Ian Garry literally took his wife's surname, who belonged to his wife's ex, and not to mention, like he lives with them, and yeah. So needless to say, Ian Garry doesn't have much of a say in the relationship by the looks of things, and yeah, I mean, let's be honest here. Like, it's not so surprising that he has this mindset, but that's not the only mindset he has. Now, it's confirmed. I mean, it's been already established that Ian Garry is a vegan. The dude enjoys some leek and potato soup, and oh gosh, this dude is so freaking annoying. Okay, and now he's in some PETA plant based commercial. I don't like. Let's just read it or look at it.
Every fighter wants to be the best. For me, it starts with what I put in my body. Before I was plant-based, I was strong. But now, I'm on another level. Because strength isn't just power. It's clarity, endurance, discipline. I recover faster, move smoother. This is what peak performance feels like. My body works better. My mind is locked in. I am not just fighting opponents, I'm fighting limits. To be the best version of me and the best athlete out there. This is the future.
Oh.
And the future is powered by plants.
All right. So yeah, there you go. There you have it. So not only has this whole situation with his wife, his worldview on women have been skyrocketed, but now his views on dieting has skyrocketed, specifically with his vegan diet. So, all right, look. It's his life. I don't care, but holy cow, man. This dude is so freaking obnoxious. The most obnoxious things in the world to like listen to involving, all those stuff is just within Ian Garry, all this like this feminism, this veganism, like I'm not surprised that Ian Garry has uh these uh these beliefs, but he just took it to a whole nother level. And honestly, dude, even if, like Ian Garry, look, he's a good fighter. I'll admit it. He's a fantastic fighter. He deserves to be, where he's at now. And it's hard to like a dude who has this, these beliefs that are just flat out annoying to listen to. I mean, I'll say this. If that's what he's going for, if this whole shtick with, it's not a shtick, it's actually like his actual beliefs. But if I was Ian Garry, which thank God I'm not, I would just, go with the whole feminism, veganism, mindset. I would just like promote that to the point where because we all know how annoying Ian Garry's, worldview is. But now that he's actually he's actually embracing that, because at this point, he has to, he doesn't really have a, that's really all he's known for now. Kissing his wife's ass, being on a plant-based diet. I just, at this point, just embrace it, just promote it. If that's who you are, okay, promote it, because guess what? People nonetheless are gonna hate Ian Garry. They're gonna dislike watching the guy, or at least dislike his personality. But when it comes to his fights, people are gonna tune in because they want to see the dude lose. All right, and if Ian Garry just sticks with that, this whole feminism, veganism nonsense, then dude, people are gonna tune in to watch him. Granted, they're gonna want to watch him get knocked out, but at least people are tuning into his fights. And hell, he's probably gonna prove more people wrong in the process. Hell, he might beat Islam. Who knows? At this point, I'm not surprised because of this whole, these whole underdogs just completely just shocking everyone. But hey, man, Ian Garry, at this point, he just that's just who he is. He needs to embrace it, and especially for his haters, because they just want to see this dude get knocked out. I mean, I want to see this dude get finished. I can't stand this dude, honestly. Watching all those two things just completely ruin my brain. But hey, if it gets more people to watch this stuff, and to for him to to make people just tune in, and just hoping that eventually it pays off. Specifically, he gets he gets finished in there. He gets embarrassed in there. I mean, hey man, if I'm Ian Garry, just go for it. Just let the hate come in. Keep promoting all that feminist vegan stuff, bro. If at this point, because that's ultimately that's what he's known for. That's why people don't like him, and that's probably why people are gonna keep watching him, because they don't like him. All right. But honestly, that's not the only thing he deserves to get freaking clowned on for, because not only has all this stuff with his views on feminism and veganism come out, but his brother has come out talking some very serious, very honestly vile stuff against Ian Garry. Honestly. So Ian Garry has a brother called Sean Garry, and the first clip I showed you where he did that interview, he posted a comment on that interview where Ian Garry talks about, I guess, living in poverty and having a hard life. So his brother Sean Garry has come out and said this: Ian Garry, you're not a victim. You act like we were being as kids. We grew up in a middle-class house and had everything we wanted. You're the type of guy to take money off his parents and never pay them back. I think the word is entitled. We had everything a child could need. Oh no, you got paid to go to college and your mother was stressed. You got flown all over the world with boxing, yet you talk about him not supporting you. Dad personally not got involved in your boxing the whole time, even when he was sick and in the chronic pain. Do me a favor and explain that one, Ian. We attended every one of your fights and we always believed you could do it. But Layla, who met you when you were only a few fights away from the UFC, is suddenly the one who had faith? No way. Really? You were already there. You're an avoidant person like me, but I've grown up emotionally unlike you. You hide from negativity because you can't cope with the reality of your actions. Missing your granddad's funeral, was that a real man thing to do? Not even a text, lad? I'm missing something here. World run by Layla. Excuse me. Alright. So, to continue. Funny, before you met her, you talked about family very differently. Or were you still too immature at 21? Funny that. Do me a favor, Ian. I've been so quiet about your situation because I still feel bad for you. But if you even think about spreading this BS again, I will make the full truth clear in its entirety, and that's a promise. Wait 10 years. Haha. You do realize we will not be waiting for you in 10 years' time. I want you to think about that. My patience with you, Ian, has worn thin. I do hope you mature one day, Ian, but I'm going to be honest, I will not be waiting 10 years for you to grow up and admit your fault. Delete count 4, talk about controlling the narrative, delete it again, and I'm not going to hold back. Okay, so that was Ian Garry's brother talking about how pretty much how fake Ian is and how he basically changed ever since he met Layla. And all of a sudden, now that he's in the big leagues, you know, he's changing his story. He's trying to make people feel bad for him. He's trying to make people seem like he's a victim. And, you know, that, you know, like his wife was always there for him, but his family was always there for him. And, you know, Ian Garry just completely, you know, is ignoring that, acting like that doesn't exist. And look, obviously, this is all just his brother saying this. There's obviously absolutely zero proof that this is legit. But knowing Ian Garry, knowing that the dude can mix the truth, you know, mix up the truth to benefit his goals, which, you know, he has obviously done it with the past with the whole Neil Magny stuff and the whole Hamzat, you know, situation. Like, the guy clearly, like, has this tendency of stirring up things to make him look better. And honestly, that's a really asshole move of Ian, completely. And yeah, honestly, with the way he has been moving up lately, like, the dude's just like, I can't like this guy. I really can't. I actually don't like him, honestly. Like, take away the fact that, you know, he has these like very like these weird ass views, you know. I just, like, if this is true, which I won't be surprised if it is, and Ian Garry is just such a really just like bad dude. I can't like him. I can't bring myself to like him. This is a really bad look for him if all of this is true. But again, knowing Ian Garry and his tendencies of stirring the pot, of, you know, making the situations worse or taking advantage of them to make himself look better, I will not be surprised at all if this is true. So, Ian Garry, needless to say, I am not a fan of the dude. Granted, he's a great fighter. I'm not going to lie about that. But besides the whole feminism, veganism nonsense, like, all that nonsense, like, this alone is just like, this doesn't just make him annoying, it just makes him like look really, just like a really like terrible person, honestly. Like, being a liar, a chronic liar to make people feel bad for you, just nah, man, nah. This is not something I can stand behind. Honestly, I will not lie to you. If Ian Garry loses, I will celebrate Just like how I celebrated when freaking Conor McGregor lost to Dustin Poirier in the second fight. But honestly, I think Ian Garry deserves this. Like, oh man, bro. Honestly, him and Yair Rodriguez are two of my most, I don't want to say hate, but my most disliked fighters in the UFC. Like, I can't stand these spoiled brats. Like, I can't. I just can't. All right. I just man, this makes me really irritated. I can't keep talking about this dude. All right. So, Ian Garry sucks ass. Uh, I'm sorry. I can't talk about this dude anymore. So I'm just gonna end it right here. Ian Garry, screw off. Great fighter, but honestly, I hope you lose your next fight.